What is this? This needs
It's
to stop.
shameful to admit this, but it's the unfortunate truth that just by looking at me, you probably couldn't guess that I have been active in the gym for about a decade now. In fact, my college degree is in human science with a concentration in exercise physiology. But I'm on a 5'6" frame and I keep myself lean so no one even knows that I'm ripped until I do like a flex and it ends up being
Woo!
a jump scare. I
God
keep hyping
damn.
myself up in the mirror and telling myself that today's the day I finally start wearing tighter clothing so people stop asking if I even go to the gym because it hurts my soul every time. Or maybe I just need to be shirtless.
I've known that he was fucking, he was peeled though. Like we've been known. Hey kids, if you like Mr. Beast, you love Fidel Castro. He restored the eyesight of 4 million people around the world. Yeah, I mean, this is fucking fire content. It's true. Yeah. Oh no, Charlie is
More
insanely
often, so
peeled.
that way it's pretty obvious. But regardless, the reason I'm even mentioning this is because I've noticed over the last maybe 6 months, not even that long, but like the last 6 to 8 months, the gym has gone from being a place of like working on yourself, gains, focusing on improving your overall health, to a place where people go to compete for viral TikTok videos of them being a victim. Usually the content revolves around them filming themselves working out and then catching somebody.
I'm not gonna like this. No, I do think that like TikTok clout has rotted everyone's brains. I've criticized Mr. Swole himself, Joey Swole, and how he has contributed to the problem. But like, no, there are definitely a lot of people who literally gymtok people that now just straight up are just like, did someone just look over in my vicinity? Well, that guy is like fucking creepy and awful. And that's why, I hate this shit. And then Joey will take a video where it's literally like not even a thing. Like a girl will like make a joke about someone looking over and being like, why is he mad? Not even saying like this guy's creepy, this guy's awful, anything like that. They're Myron or whatever. And Joey will be like, this fucking sucks. Like, you need to stop this immediately.
Looking at them and being a creep and a weirdo, staring at them. Staring's a word I'm using very loosely here. And then sometimes, God forbid, that person comes over and asks them a question in between their sets. Normal human interaction has become fucking outlawed in the world of TikTok for some people. Now, I'm not saying this isn't a real thing. I'm not saying everyone that goes to the gym is an angel that can do no wrong. There definitely are creepy people that go there. I've certainly seen my fair share of weirdos in my days. In fact, one that always lives in my head rent-free is 2 years ago. A security guard at a private gym.
Yes, women do get harassed a lot in the gym. It's 100% true. Women feel uncomfortable in the gym. Women get harassed everywhere, by the way, not just the gym. Let's be real. But the gym is also like an extra harassy environment. I don't know, it's the hormones or whatever. It's just like people, or the tight clothing that causes men to like literally fucking become violent predators for some weird reason. And this isn't victim blaming, for the record. I'm not saying that. Like, you can wear whatever the fuck you want to the gym. It's ridiculous that like people don't know how to act. Okay, I'm not talking about like this being justifiable. Okay, centrist take incoming. No, I've told you this already. You know what my perspective is. I think it's nuts to constantly be like on the lookout to like film some shit, to be like, well, let's put it on blast. I also do understand why women will be on edge.
Kept going over and sniffing a woman's ass as she was doing rows. I can't show the video, I don't think, because it might be against YouTube's new terms, but here's just a quick screenshot of his fourth ass sniffing attempt where he's just like huffing her fumes. He eventually does get caught and fired for it. The point is, there are weird people at the gym, but what's going on right now...
I'm laughing because that's insane. What the fuck? That's like, that looks so fucking nuts that it feels like it was staged or something. That's like, what the fuck? First of all, he shouldn't be fired for it. He should go to jail. What the fuck is that?
As everyone is filming themselves at the gym, which I already think is kind of weird. There's also like this fucking perpetual surveillance here with people making fucking TikToks everywhere. But while filming, they're not catching weird people doing weird things or harassing them. They're catching very normal gym goers doing normal things and then publicly shaming them and embarrassing them for doing nothing wrong. Now I'm going to show you the biggest one that I really think started really blowing this trend up and led to me finding out how large this has become and how big of a problem it's become.
This is how to not approach girls at the gym.
Oh god. Well, this girl already apologized for it. I hope Charlie covers that part at least. You know what I mean? I hate that TikTok TTS voice. It like triggers me. Dude, we watched this video so many times. Come on, I'm sick and tired of seeing it.
The guy even glances in her general direction. What do you expect people to do at the gym? Just turn around and stare at a wall when they're done with their set like it's the fucking Blair Witch? Like, what are you expecting? The guy is in between his sets, so he's just looking around. He's not even staring at her. Now, if he was staring at her, then I could see being a little uncomfortable if he's just over there like, you know, fucking staring a hole through with like goddamn like laser beams almost firing out. Like, I'd get that being weird. But this guy is just like glancing near her, and he's still getting just attacked for it by her.
The 5 adds 5 pounds.
I missed it. What's the TikTok? Please stop. Don't make me. It's pain.
And
It's pain. I don't want to rewatch it over and over again. I've given my take on it like 1,000 gorillion fucking times. I gave it with Bradley Martin himself in the building yesterday. I'm done. I can't.
And questioning why would he be doing that? Kind of like it's a scene out of a horror movie, like the boogeyman's, you know, you jingling keys trying to get in the door or something. But she immediately answers why he's walking over. It's because he's grabbing a sanitary wipe, showing good gym etiquette to go wipe down the machine he was just using.
Excuse me? You don't have to do that. It's okay. No, it's okay. I got it. Thank you, though.
And she even responds positively.
Okay.
An underage 21-year-old.
Okay.
Kind of thing where she has the mentality of a child, thus this guy should go to jail. Has already dunked on it. She's issued an apology about everything. But I want to give a quick shout out to Joey Swole. He's a very prominent figure in the community, and he's been doing a lot of good work calling out these kind of videos.
Okay, so he's not being a centrist
Now,
about
here's
it.
another stinky video here. So this guy gets called out because he walks across the track she's about to do lunges on and looks at her on the way by. Then she says that she catches him still staring. There's no way. I'm so uncomfortable right now. And then the caption even says, in quotes, "It's because of your outfit." I don't know if she's accusing him of saying that, like he shouts it at her across the room. "Excuse me, milady. I looked at you because of your outfit. You drew my..."
The underage 21-year-old thing is obviously a joke. I don't know why people are mad at that, because she doubled down on that. I originally thought it was like a joke too, but she literally was like, "Oh, it's because I'm very petite and I look like a child." Like, I thought it was a joke too. I was like, that's an insane fucking take. But she doubled down on it. But it doesn't matter. None of it matters. She already apologized for it. And also, like, talked about what the main reasons were as to why she's like always why she's always on guard and thinks that like people are staring at her. This is an experience that a lot of women feel in the gym. It's a very real one. I agree. It is something that happens regularly. The issue in this circumstance, or in most circumstances on TikTok, is that it's TikTok. It has the capacity to take something that is very real, okay, and turn it into a clout farming operation. And if you are looking at a clout farming operation, if you want to turn around and farm clout off of it, like, you're going to end up literally serving strays to random dudes that like literally stared in your direction for a second. And that's insane. And if you can't understand why that's insane, I don't know what to tell you. Okay? Like, that part of the process is, that part of the puzzle is what like frustrates me at least, which is like, oh dude, it's not undermining women's hypervigilance. It is totally adequate, totally understandable. It's the fact that like, if you literally walk past someone who's weightlifting and accidentally look like one glance in their vicinity, then people are like, dude, fuck you. You're a creep. You're a pervert. Like, come on, man. That's crazy. It's not really hard to keep your royal you eyes to yourself. Dude, you are bananas, dude. That's insane. Even when you are not even aware of what you're looking at, you could have accidentally glanced in the vicinity of someone. Holy shit. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's a wild standard that no one can abide by. You are literally turning this into a joke that I made earlier where it's like, if you have a fucking lazy eye and you go to a commercial gym, you should be executed. You know what I mean? Fuck, man. Hold up. What if you accidentally, with your lazy eye, looked in the vicinity of someone who was, filming a TikTok? Fucking done, dude. The fuck do you mean? No one thinks that though, dude. You get women's need for hypervigilance, so why are you exaggerating to make fun of these women? Because, well, one of the women, the main party that we're talking about literally openly acknowledged that she exaggerated because it corresponded to prior experiences that she had. I'm not saying her prior experiences are not real, but I'm saying that experience that she had did not meet the threshold of like public fucking call out, which she admits. Stop it. Stop, chat. You're doing it again. Someone coming up to you, violating your personal space, touching your weights, trying to continue to establish contact with you after you have already said no. That's unacceptable. If videos are calling that shit out, that's fine. I'm on board with that all day, every day. If it's literally like you saw that guy who was walking by and just like glanced for 1 second and continued to walk by, and you say, that's fucking so creepy, it's gross, what the fuck, then you're like violating the rules of being in a public space. You've already violated it by filming other people, okay? I don't know why people are just like, there's no nuance. Leering, staring is also not okay. That's creepy, predatory behavior. Well, luckily for people that say stuff like this, I'm going to be honest with you, you don't even go outside, so why the fuck are you having a say? Like, you say stuff like this, which implies that you're already agoraphobic and you most likely only interact with what you assume are people on the other side of a fucking Discord server. You know what I mean? So, like, don't worry about it, homie. It's good. It's all good, dude. Lamau, bro, you are so off. Come on. It's not the woman's job to gauge whether or not the guy is harmless. It's his job not to be creepy and be a normal person. What are you talking about? Like, literally glancing in the direction of a woman does not automatically mean you're a predator. What the fuck do you mean? That's insane. When you're in public, oh my God. No one will agree with you on this take. I hope you understand that. I mean, there are people who will agree with you on this take because, let's be real, which is a space that basically fucking gathers a lot of people who don't want to spend time outside. They spend time on Twitch instead. Just have some self-reflection that maybe you're not taking account properly women's experience. Oh my God. No, I mean, this is it. This is why we unironically need to do gym Sharia. I'm an advocate for this, dude. Yeah, no more women in the gym and no more men in the same gym. Men and women should be going to different gyms. Straight up. No, you can't do that. Like, if you're looking at someone's ass, okay, and you just like fucking are constantly staring at someone, that's entirely different than all the two different videos that we saw, okay? Why do you think there's women only hours? Man, I already established that this is like an understandable thing that women go through, which is why there's like female only gyms and shit. You're not owning me by bringing up something that you already understand. But why do you think there are co-ed gyms, you fucking idiot? Which is significantly more commonplace than what you are describing. And the reason for why they have co-ed gyms still is because not everyone's a fucking freak like you, okay? God damn it. Here, we did it already. I already created another radfem who now despises me and will make a TikTok about how I'm a fucking misogynistic, violent misogynistic asshole. On chill. Every time I see a man staring at me while I'm walking down the street or across the street, there's a difference between a stare and a glance. A glance is harmless. A stare can be a threat. A stare has brought me assault and fear. What? Okay, we're talking about what your boundaries are. I have no fucking understanding. These are like, this is crazy, guys. Please stop. If you want to police people who like look in your vicinity for a brief moment as they pass by, I have really, really terrifying news for you. That's not going to happen, especially because in public spaces, that's an insane thing to try and make happen. Okay? You will never win this, lol. Zero shot. I mean, of course I will never win this because people are so... Dude, people unironically turn this conversation into like, take a second to reflect that looking at a woman in any context is rape. Okay? I don't know how to deal with that. I don't know what to say to that. You know what I mean? As much as I personally acknowledge and understand that like gyms for the most part are places that are public spaces where women are constantly fucking being gazed at. Women are constantly fucking going up to. Yeah, exactly. Like, I can't look at my boss who's a woman at work now, Jim. Yeah, you can't. Oh, I love you, Hassan, but as a woman, I still feel like you don't fully get it. Public spaces need to be made actually safe for women before we can move on to what you're describing. I mean, that's... Just say, yeah, patriarchy is a rape culture. We all have to do better. Yeah, I think that's what I got to say. Also, just don't go to the gym. I will never go to the gym. Don't worry. I mean, I train in a private facility, luckily. Therefore, you know, no eyes, no wandering eyes. You know what I mean? That's just, thank God. Holy shit. Okay. I got to point something out here once again for everybody who doesn't understand. Policing normal human behavior in public is never going to, especially in a public space, is never going to abide by your own personal comfort zone. That is the reason why so many fucking people literally are agoraphobic. Okay? They don't go outside because they're fucking terrified. Okay? They don't go outside because they're terrified of these kinds of engagements. So you, if you don't want to be like that, should probably come along with the recognition that like not every fucking glance over in your vicinity is going to be an immediate perceived threat. One that you should be filming and putting on fucking TikTok and putting random people on blast. I'm sorry. If your argument literally always is about, if your argument is going to revolve around every person that glanced in your, like possibly in your like visual area while you were filming a TikTok deserves to be fucking publicly shamed, then you're out of your mind. Like, that is an insane fucking take. I don't agree with it. I will never agree with that. That's crazy. Okay? It will have the opposite of the Mr. Beast video. Twitch streamer Hassan blinds 1,000 men at the gym to end glancing. Yeah. American hyper-individualism combined with increased social isolation and misunderstanding of leftist values is causing people to spiral. Yeah. I think sharing the experience and how you feel about it is all right, but that doesn't mean you can expect people to stop an accepted action you feel uncomfortable with. No, but it's not an accepted action unless you're a fucking brain-broken Zoomer who grew up with TikTok and thinks that, like, naming and shaming in this regard for unsuspecting random individuals who you are violating by filming without their fucking prior consent is totally adequate. That's crazy. That's insane. That's an insane thing that you're doing. And if you want to do that, I'm telling you right now, stop doing that. Okay? Jesus fucking Christ. And you're also defending a person who literally says her actions were not defendable. So I don't know what else to fucking say in this circumstance. Oh, wait, I misunderstood what you were saying. My bad. I'm sorry. No, I mean the sharing that it's uncomfy, not the video of them. Yes, thank you. Sorry. I literally just immediately went along with like what I've read in the chat nonstop, which is that like, no, this is totally something that we need to do. I apologize. You know what it's like? You know what? It comes from a place of like this kind of real fear turns into like something that is insane the moment that people forget that they are not the main villain or the main character in other people's stories. I was so insecure when I was growing up, just like many of you, that I was afraid of wearing fucking hats. I was afraid of wearing glasses. Now, I need glasses to see, motherfucker. And I was still afraid of wearing glasses. You want to know why? Because I thought everyone would look at me and go, why is that guy wearing glasses? Okay? That came from a place of deep insecurity. I literally thought, I literally thought, like, I can never wear sunglasses. I can't even wear fucking optic glasses because I'm worried that people are going to look at me and go, why is that fucking guy wearing glasses? It sounds like such an insane thought now that I'm, 31 years old. It's like, the fuck? Like, why the fuck did I ever think that? But I remember, like, that was a very real fear, and I thought that was so valid. Okay? I thought it was so fucking valid to have this fear. And then I realized, like, wait a minute, I don't remember a single person that I am in the vicinity of that I look at throughout the day. So, of course, they don't think about me either. So, part of the time, half the time, when a lot of people think like someone is like perceiving you, okay? Especially perceiving you in a violent way, with violent intentions, with predatory intentions, they have no idea you exist. You are not even a fucking afterthought, okay? They just looked in your vicinity. So to turn around and try to like somehow use the public naming and shaming protocol to try and police this kind of behavior because of your own personal fears that oftentimes will be unfounded is insane. Even if you are correct and that some people do actually stare and some people are actually trying to endanger you. Okay? But the reality is, most people aren't fucking weirdos and they just don't give a shit about you. You know? And I'm not saying your fear is invalid, okay? But it's oftentimes situational. And in most of those circumstances, in almost all of those circumstances that we've seen of like people being like, this guy's fucking weird. This guy's fucking weird. This guy's looking at me. This guy's staring at me. All those TikToks that we have seen, like those guys never even approach those people. All my take lists on. People are way too uncharitable. They don't see other people they know as a threat. It's an inflated sense of self. Stop and think. What? This is... I stole your take? That's what you're saying? Okay, I got it. I did. You caught me. TikTok is entering its gang stalking 2.0 era. Yeah, like... I literally have to remind myself that not everything is about me on a daily basis because of my social anxiety. I think that is a scary reality, is that like because we're so isolated and we're so used to only interacting with everyone else through social media, and we do have the capacity to manufacture our spaces in the way that like fits our personal desires and can be as safe as possible, that we forget that like that's not how human interaction works in the real world, right? And so when We do the surprise Pikachu face whenever like human interaction in the real world is not like the human interaction that we've designed, that we experience 90% of the time, because 90% of the time we're experiencing it on social media. It's wild. Does that make sense? I don't have time to fucking TikTok. I am feeling at risk from a creep. Peace and love, but I feel threatened. I don't have time to record. Sadly, those that are most aware can also succumb to being overly aware, buying a car, seeing it everywhere. If you're looking for your biggest fear, in this case, hyper aware, then you can often find something to worry about, not discrediting any logical threats. Yeah, look, ultimately, as a chatter also pointed out, this is ambiguous. Social interaction has a lot of ambiguity. Okay? It does. And one unfortunate byproduct of, again, experiencing everything on the internet has created people, has created a sensibility among people that like, no, it's actually not ambiguous at all. It's like literally 1-to-1. It's like totally fucking easy to document. There's rules. And like, you're violating the rules. I'm like, whose rules am I violating? Whose rules? You just made those rules up. Whose rules, you sons of bitches? Chat. Oh, the free thinkers in the chat, dude, immediately. What rules? Whose rules, you sons of bitches? But yeah, if you do have this like if you do have this fear that like a lot of people are looking at you, they're perceiving you, they're like they want to fucking, you know, be a predator or whatever, like it's understandable to have your guard up. It's understandable to be hyper aware. I've talked about this before. It's a consequence of like, again, patriarchal constructs, being a woman in society. That's a totally, it's a totally valid fear. But one thing that could potentially help you, is just like recognize that people don't care about you as much as you think they do. Like straight up. You know what I mean? They just don't. Like if someone's just like looking in your direction one time for a second as they walk past you, that's not like predatory. You know what I mean? Like a lot of those TikToks have went from like the first guy that established contact, immediately walked away as soon as she said, no, thank you. I don't want you to touch my weights. To this guy looked in my vicinity. It's so creepy. It's so gross. And because every woman has had like an actual altercation that was creepy and gross, they immediately go to that altercation and can't see the fucking thing that's in front of their eyes where it's like, wait, that doesn't actually happen in the same way. Does that make sense? Like you when you watch that TikTok, you're not thinking about the TikTok that you're seeing. You're thinking about what happened to you at the grocery store. You're thinking about what happened to you when you were 12 years old and like started hitting puberty and like creepy old men started coming up to you and trying to fondle you. Okay? You're literally just going to like a real moment and you just go, Hassan, what are you fucking seeing? It's literally real. This is rape. And it's like, no, dude, it's not. You just saw something and immediately went back and relapsed into trauma. What you saw was not what happened to you. Okay? Truly, as a woman, I think some of it is just based on trauma response. I struggle with feeling very defensive and on edge too. But having my trauma does not mean everyone who glances my way is trying to hurt me. Have to be self-aware and remember how your viewpoint has been affected. My trauma can't become everyone else's. Dude, you're being ridiculous. This shit is so dumb. What? That's not what women are talking about. Why are you still taking the entirety of the issue from TikTok, though? Because this started off with like real TikToks of women being harassed at the fucking gym and moved on to this random guy walked past me and like may or may not have stared in my direction. What a fucking gross creep. 1,000,000 views. That's why. Because like we watched it happen on the stream where we watched a woman get harassed by some fucking psycho at the gym at the leg press 1 week prior to this becoming a literal major issue of like random dudes walking past someone. Does that make sense? Do you understand?
My eyes to you, it's your fault. Or if she's just saying that as like a way of calling out behavior, I'm really not sure. But Joey Swole, when he talked about this video, pointed out something that I think everyone who's ever been to the gym will recognize. That not only is the guy not staring, again, the reason why he'd look at her while walking by is because he's going by her path on the track. So perhaps he was looking at her to make sure he wasn't getting in her way since she was about to start lunges. I feel like that's the most obvious explanation here, but regardless, he doesn't do anything creepy or weird. He looks at her while he's walking.
Yeah, like that video is crazy. Like that's a crazy video, bro. Like look at it. Look.
Lot of good work.
I don't even care about Joey Swallows. Hold on. Look at this. Look. I mean, dude, if you think that this like violates people's personal space in some meaningful way, and this is like valid,
now here's another
a valid call out. I don't know what to tell you. You just think that that guy's not hot, like you just think he's like kind of weird looking, which he is, and therefore he should not be in public. Okay.
Video here. So this guy gets called out because he walks across the track she's about to do lunges on, and
that's it. That's it. Like that's what he did. That's what he did. He looked over while she was like standing on the ground, and he walked away.
Looks at her on the way by. Then she says that she catches him still staring. There's no way. I'm so uncomfortable right now. And then the caption even says, in quotes, it's because of your outfit. I don't know if...
That's crazy. Literally, that is turning into you can't be aware of your surroundings. Yeah, I mean, come on, man. Nah, homie was staring a little too long. Okay, bro. Looks very thumb-like, might be a cop. I'm on her side. I mean, he's not. I can't tell if you guys are trolling or if you're being serious, dude. I literally, I can't. Like, that's crazy.
She's accusing him of saying that, like he shouts it at her across the room. Excuse me, milady. I looked at you because of your outfit. You drew my eyes to you. It's your fault. Or if she's just saying that as like a way of calling out behavior.
People are watching 100 TikToks about creepy, pushy, random men, and then someone glances at them in real life and they're like, I know what this means. No, but like, there is no way that that woman hasn't like legitimately been creeped on, okay? If you're a woman, you've been creeped on, for sure. Like, which is why I'm saying, like, that's crazy to just use that as a, like, use that as, like, the fucking valid moment. You know, just wait for, like, the third opportunity where there's, like, more than just a guy passing by your fucking camera line of sight. That's crazy. You know, just wait for a good one. It's going to come. And now we've moved on to the next stage of this, though, like I said, where people are just making jokes about it, finally. So, like, it's just more like, it's more like, you know, just look at the ceiling the entire time at the gym. When you're doing the weights, when you don't have weights in your hands, look at the ceiling. If you look down for one moment, you might be glancing in the direction of a gym TikToker, which means you will be executed. Do you understand?
I'm really not sure. But Joey Swole, when he talked about this video, pointed out something that I think everyone who's ever been to the gym will recognize. That not only is the guy not staring, again, the reason why he'd look at her while walking by is because he's going by her path on the track. So perhaps he was looking at her to make sure he wasn't getting in her way since she was about to start lunges. I feel like that's the most obvious explanation here. But regardless, he doesn't do anything creepy or weird.
Yeah.
He looks at her while he's walking by, and once he's through, he continues going forward. Like, I don't understand where this is coming from. To me, it feels like this lady has recorded...
Someone also called this out in the chat. True crime hysteria plays a role in this too. Like, it's real experiences that women have paired up with true crime hysteria, paired up with like being incredibly socially isolated, and thinking that like every space that we're in, no matter what, in public, is supposed to abide by our expectations. And that's like a combination of all three with like the interest of blowing up on TikTok basically fucking creates this weird, powder keg where everything is explosive.
Every single one of her gym sessions for the last week or so after noticing that this kind of content was blowing up, praying that...
This is the funniest part. Thank you, Chatter, for saying this. I don't bring my glasses to the gym, okay? Which is probably the funniest part about this, is that, like, I'm probably looking at everything when I'm in there, dog. I can't see shit. I don't have fucking glasses on. I can't work out my glasses because they get foggy. I don't have contact lenses because I can't put them in my eyes. So I'm literally walking around like this the entire time, not realizing that I'm probably fucking, in 11 TikToks, okay? If I went to like a public gym, dude, holy shit. I'd be in the background of every fucking TikTok looking like, hey, what's up? Oh, fuck. Oh, I'm so sorry. I, stepped into your personal space. It's so dumb. Sometimes I see colors, you know what I mean? I'm like looking over. I'm like, what the fuck's there?
That someone would be weird and creepy to her, but she didn't get that. So she just decided to go with the one that's almost somewhat different, where a guy looks at her when he walks by, and chose that one for some clicks. Because nothing bad happens here. There's not a weirdo here. And according to Joey Swole, a lot of members of the gym, both men and women, said that this man is very kind and is actually loved at the gym. He's a regular here. So it is pretty fucked up and shitty for her to make this video trying to shame him for doing nothing wrong.
Like, it is wild though. Like, so what's up with Joey Swole? He's just like, he just stopped working out. He's like doing detective work. He's just doing detective work. He's like going up to gyms all around America trying to fucking fix the problem individually by making counter call out posts. It's also because we are all fucking prudes. Online, we narcissistically post our ass to seek validation, and in real life, we act like humans aren't allowed to be sexual beings, and it's all taboo. Okay, that's a little bit weird, Chatter. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's a little bit weird. You posting your ass on the fucking timeline in any way that you want to does not mean that like people in a public space can come up to you and be fucking weird. Okay, straight up. I'm sorry. That's a little victim blaming. I'm gonna keep it $1.50 with you. I am not of that mindset.
This guy.
Wait, he's right.
Still in my progress, sir. What? Still in my progress.
Wait, that guy is 100% correct. What the fuck? What the fuck? Bro. Dude, gymtok needs to stop. Influencers have gone out of control. Bro, that's insane. That is insane. I hope that guy gets fucking banned from the gym, okay? That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. Now, let me tell you something, okay? I've taken mirror selfies of myself when I was looking good as fuck, okay? But I have always made sure that I'm around nobody. One, because it's really embarrassing to like take a fucking selfie of yourself, okay? Like it's super embarrassing. Like, I hope no one sees you do that, because then you're like, you have to live with that shame. And secondly, why the fuck would anyone want to be filmed in the fucking locker room, man? You always had to find an empty bathroom. Back in the day, motherfuckers had the decency to just like have a little bit of social anxiety and not take fucking films of themselves like this with inside of the locker room. That's crazy.
This isn't a trend that only women are doing. Men are doing the same thing. This fucking douchebag is filming in the locker room, flexing to show his progress. The guy in the back that he's calling a schmuck is 100% right. You cannot be filming in the fucking locker room. Like, what do you think this is? Brazzers? Like, what the fuck are you even thinking? What's going through your smooth brain? Everyone just loves to think.
Also, like, I'm shocked that there was not a single fucking old man that just walked dick and balls out, okay? In my experience, no matter what gym you go to, if you're in the locker room, you're going to see dick and ball, okay? Old men, the older they get, the lower their balls hang, the more they want to fucking flex it. It's insane. I've seen some of the most fucked up dicks and balls I've ever seen in my entire life, because you walk into the fucking gym, you walk into the locker room, and you're looking at these fucking weird, like, Jabba the Hutt looking. It's like a bag of trash with, like, hair sticking out of it. It's just so fucked up, man. I'm surprised that dude had the audacity to fucking pull out the camera, but I'm also surprised he had the balls to pull out the camera in a locker room when, like, you know, there are so many opportunities where you got dick and balls in the background of that.
I think that they're the main character, and everyone that interferes in their story and does more than just be a prop for their TikTok videos is the villain, when that's just not the reality. You are the bad guy here, not the guy you're calling out. If you want to take progress photos,
not only saggy, but the ones that the belly fat covers so much and it looks like a worm peeking out. Oh yeah, that one too. My personal favorite is like massive balls, tiny ass dick, and it's just like basically leathery old dick skin that like it looks like a fucking clit with just the fattest sack of balls you've ever seen. It's just like 4 times the size of the fucking tiny micro penis with like the most rotund belly you've ever seen, okay? Shiny. The belly is shiny. You're like impressive. You only can avert your eyes from the micro penis and the fucking fat sack of balls because of how shiny the belly is, and it's now causing you to be blinded because the light is projecting off of the fucking shiny ass belly and it's hitting you directly in your goddamn eyes. You no longer need cataract surgery. Mr. Beast no longer needs to come to your house and save you and give you vision because that guy's belly just reflected light so aggressively into your eyeball that you can now see 20/20 vision.
And videos, which I totally understand. Just wait till you get home, or at the absolute least, wait until you're the only person in that locker room. Because right now you have 2 people behind you changing. They could have just gone whole hog, let their cock and balls flop out. And if you film them in a private setting without their consent, their nudity, you would be fucked legally.
Watch this guy try move to me at the gym. Checks absolutely nothing on his phone. Looks over at me being busy sorting my wrist straps. These fucking straps taking up too much time.
I don't know.
Bro, there is no fucking wet come. Chad, do you think that that's a valid description of being like creepy to someone at the gym? I mean, this is like, I'm sorry, but this is literally like, at that point, this just, I don't know what to say. I just have no take on it. It feels like, well, it feels like the cartoonish depiction that incels have of women. Okay? It literally is like incels being like, don't walk near a woman, you'll go to jail. It's like, and then some gym talkers are like, no, actually, if you walk near me, you should go to jail. Like literally, you walked by me. I think it's time to go to jail for you, sir. Like, why? What happened? Incels aren't right. Obviously, they're fucking freaks. But just like, God damn it, dude. Why are you behaving like a freak?
What constitutes a stare anymore? Like, this guy, again, just glances in her direction, briefly looks at his phone and puts it away. And apparently that's getting called out for being weird, saying he checks nothing on his phone. He could have just been checking the time. He could have been checking literally anything that's quick to get at a glance. Like, what time is it? Or if you had a timer set up for like how much rest he has between sets, how much time do I have left on my rest? Like there's so many things he could have been checking on his phone, but it doesn't matter. Like he didn't do anything weird or wrong right now. All he did was walk by and he looked over near you.
Makes a swift return. Sad lip.
And there it is. The second he decided to ask a question, his fate was...
Okay, he was trying to rizz her up. He was trying... You don't walk up to somebody... You don't walk up to somebody and ask them a question for no reason. You were trying to rizz it up. But again, that does not meet the fucking barrier. If there is a third fucking video where he like comes back again, then it's valid. But if he just walked up and was like, oh, what's that machine? Like, here's the point. Okay? Riz is not a crime. It's not. Even if he's like asking, because he asked like a valid question. January is noob month in the gym, whatever. I don't think that he was asking a valid question specifically because he wanted the answer to that valid question. I think he was asking a valid question to establish contact with the other person. Okay? However, having said that, okay, that's not bad. Like, that's fine. It comes along with being in a public space. Bro, just assuming questions, rizzing someone up? No, man. No, he went over there most likely with the intention of like trying to establish a point of contact, okay? That's what I mean when I say rizz it up. I'm not saying he like fucking was, flirty. I'm saying that like, yeah, I think he's trying to establish a point of contact. But it doesn't matter because as soon as she was like, that's the fucking, I don't know, Smith machine or whatever, he like walked away. Okay.
Sealed. He was getting shamed on TikTok for it. So he comes over and asks if she's using the machine behind her. As Joey Swole also points out, and as anyone that ever goes...
You have zero faith for these guys? Yeah, I mean, because I don't need to have, like, good faith for these guys because I don't think that they're doing anything wrong. I think that a guy asking someone at the gym, a woman at the gym, whether they're using that exercise machine or whatever in an effort to, like, even establish a point of contact is not illegal and should not be illegal, and it's just fine. It's just an awkward social interaction. Awkward social interactions are part and parcel of being in a public space. The idea that like every awkward social interaction needs to be punished with like the least charitable interpretations online for you to be considered like a creep and a pest and a pervert is psychotic. Unless, I don't know, you want like the most fundamentalist version of religious gender segregation or some shit, Like, that's wild. It should be all right to try and have a conversation with people. Yeah, I saw this fucking tweet. I mean, it's funny, but just saw a tripod at the gym and realized I looked dead into the camera. It was nice knowing y'all. R.I.P. dude, he's done. Hey, another one bites the dust, dude. I'm telling you, it's literally like, oh, dude, listen, you have a lazy eye, do not go to the gym. I can't be more serious about this. Do not think that you can improve your physical body, okay? If you want to improve your mental health, you better figure out how to do push-ups at home, okay? You got a lazy eye, motherfucker, you're done. You're done, dude. You're done. You're done. You never know, man. There might be a fucking tripod, a camera phone, anywhere.
The gym will also point out People like to check to make sure the machines are vacant. They don't want to step on any toes and take a machine that's already being occupied. So maybe her things were near the machine and he wanted to double check to make sure she wasn't using it in addition to doing the RDLs. Like that is just being polite. That is normal gym etiquette. But let's assume this guy is new to the gym. She seems to think he is and is insulting him for it, making fun of him for not knowing the name of the machine. So, don't you think someone that's a little new to the gym would like to be super certain that he's not getting in anyone's way? So he would like to ask someone that's near the machine to make sure that he has full reign to use it without intruding on their workout. He did nothing wrong, but it didn't matter. He made a slight glance near her, a split second of his eyes looking around before checking his phone, and that small, insignificant thing was enough to put a crosshair on him and for her to attack. I think she's the weirdo. You're the gym weirdo. Filming everyone around you, looking for people to call out. That shit is creepy. Not this guy who just innocently asks if you are using the machine behind you. Totally normal question, totally normal interaction, and this behavior is getting so fucking out of control. People are turning gyms into war zones where they're looking at every single micro angle of your eyes and counting it as a stare.
Yeah, every single fucking TikTok trend inevitably turns into gender wars. Why is it okay to film yourself at the gym recording everyone there, but we're ready to crucify anyone who maybe looked in your general direction for half a second weird? Yeah, I mean, ultimately, I think like the filming yourself is already fucked up, which I've done many, many times over. Let's be real. I've done it to offer you thirst traps. You know what I mean?
There if you happen to catch them somewhere in your general vision vicinity. It's fucking despicable. So yeah, I wanted to talk about this a little bit, and that's about it. So yeah.
Women deserve the right to train and be left alone, not rizzed and sexually harassed by random men who can't get laid. MTG Gorilla Grip. You're absolutely correct. But if you think that like some fucking dude that walks up to you to ask you about another, ask you about like, oh, is that equipment available, is like sexually harassing you, then, you know, don't go outside, please. Especially at the top of the hour when there's a 3-minute ad break. Like, you need to be able to make sure that you no longer see those ads at the top of the hour. And the only way to do that is by subscribing for $5 or for free with Switch Prime, or by getting gifted a sub if you're lucky. Honestly, don't even think that's this big of a deal. No one really is taking these seriously from what I saw. The girls get more backlash. This entire thing is just chronically online. The worst part about the girls getting more backlash is that, like, then dudes feel validated in that. And also on top of that, like, the people that are offering backlash are doing it in the worst ways possible. And they're doing it because, not because, like, you know, they have a valid cause here, but they're doing it specifically because, you know, they're incels. A lot of dudes are incels online. Ninort, thank you for the 5 gifted. We're 81, thank you for the 5 gifted. Max Wellion, thank you for the 5 gifted. But yeah, like I said, I think that like everyone involved in this is insane. As I've said before, that's why I'm like a radical centrist in this. Not like Charlie, like straight up a radical centrist where I don't even like the people doing counter call outs. You know? I'm the most radical motherfucking centrist in this story. Bet your ass, dude.